Alright, I am now going to show you guys how to get started on your mixed media project if you decided to do that one. Alright, so you should all have your printed version of your picture by this point. Mine's already cut up, but for the sake of this project, let's imagine that I did not cut mine up just yet. Okay, so I want you to first lay it out on top of your paper and imagine that you did cut it up already. How do you want to cut these things up? For mine, I decided that I didn't want to cut straight through any of my features. So I wasn't going to cut straight through any of the eyes. I was going to cut around the eyes, and I didn't want to cut directly straight through the nose. So I cut around the nose in a couple different interesting ways. Okay, so I believe my first few cuts, I cut a big section like this. I cut a big section like this. And then I cut a few sections like this. And I was kind of like, okay, this was interesting, but I want to do some more drawing parts. So I thought, okay, this I could draw, so I'm going to take that away. I want to draw at least one of the eyes, so I think I'm going to take this section away. Originally I had it cut like this, but then I decided to cut this piece off, and I would leave this one behind. And then I decided this would be really cool for me to draw. So I took this one away and I kind of got left with this. And you want to make sure that everything still kind of lines up. So I can take these pieces and kind of fit them back together like a puzzle piece, because I do want everything to still line up nicely. And that looks good. Okay, all I did to keep these pieces in place was a little piece of tape. Okay, so there's tape on the center table, just a small piece of tape. We might glue them down later, but just for now, getting started, just a little piece of tape is fine. And that way it allows us to move things, and if we want to switch things out, we can. Now, the other nice thing about this project is everything that we need to draw is right here in front of us. Okay, so if I wanted to start by focusing on the nose, I'm not going to need these pieces. I know that this is what I am drawing. This is what I need to fill in right here. This is what goes here. So I can put these pieces together right in front or next to this section, and then I am going to just continue these lines because I know the nose connects here. This is the very tip of the nose, and then it kind of curves down, and then this part curves down, and they meet together here. And then I just kind of keep going with it, following this as my guide to filling in this section. And I just want to make sure it connects to the sections that I left behind. If it starts not connecting, then I can always take it, maybe even like add this in. Okay, I know that this needs to go a little bit farther here. And then I can bring that back down. And then I just want to continue doing that, laying out where and how things are going to look on the paper. And I have these kind of like striped parts here. That's kind of what is to this section. Okay, now let's move on. I want to do the eye up here. Nice thing about this one is I can mark where the start is going to be. I know where the end point is going to be, so I know it's going to be kind of in line. It's going to be right here. And then I just want to try my best to draw this shape of this cool looking eye. Like reflection, side, and then I got all these like cool patterns going around it. Like a cool shape to it up here. Connects to the nose, top of his eye, and then this kind of goes into his mane over here, which connects up to the top of my picture. All right, so that's that section. And then I know I need to connect this last one. So that connects down to his eye. And this one's pretty easy. I just want to mark where this fur connects here. And then I know that this is all just a lot of fur out here. And then this is all a bunch of fur up here. And that's pretty much it to sketching. Take your time with that and filling it in. What you would do now is develop it. You can pick some sections, like maybe I could plan, okay, from here up, I want this and this to be pencil. And then maybe down here, I want this to be colored pencil. And then maybe I make another section here. I want this to be, let's do maybe marker plus colored pencil. And then maybe I decide I want this to be all pencil. Okay, so you can mix things up, add different sections, textures, just plan out how you want things to go. And just remember, no more than 3 sections, okay? We want to avoid large sections as well. So maybe like this would be a very large section that fills up a lot of our paper, so maybe avoiding that. This as well would be a fairly large section, so these feel like very nice, smaller size sections.